So I hope y'all thought we was not about to go through another Mental Health Monday without getting a word from your girl Latanya Vibes. Yeah, because she's back. And she is in a Goodwill parking lot because after she gives you guys this message, she's going to live the words that she speaks onto you, right? She's going to live those words and she's going to go take care of herself. And my favorite thing to do is a Goodwill fucking haul. That is the ultimate self-care to me. I don't give a fuck about how y'all feel. Because when I tell y'all half the time when I step out, it's a Goodwill fit. Yes, it be brands, but it be a Goodwill fit. Whenever y'all come into my beautiful home and y'all go, damn, where'd you get this? Oh my God, it be Facebook Marketplace and a Goodwill haul. So yeah. So get y'all a Goodwill haul, a part of y'all self-care routine. You don't know what it's going to do for you. Okay. People who are in my life who definitely don't do this shit before they meet me, you do one Goodwill haul with Latanya, you will never stop. Okay. You'll be like, damn, I needed this. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But back to It's Mental Health Monday. It's Mental Health Monday. It's Mental Health Monday. And yes, I was not motherfucking playing with y'all. Did y'all really think y'all was gonna go another Mental Health Monday without a word from Latanya? We're not doing that. And when I say I'm building consistency sometimes looks like falling off and coming the fuck back, okay? And I'm learning it's not about how long or it's not about falling off because you're going to fall off. It's okay. You're going to have missteps. You're going to have mistakes. But it's about how quick you bounce the motherfucking back. Minus set that for a major fucking comeback. Fuck the show. Fuck the road. It's a death trap. Okay, let me stop. Okay. But no, let me get into it. Okay. So for today, Mental Health Monday, we are going to focus on something that I struggle with, wholeheartedly struggle with. And this is why Goodwill is happening on a rainy Monday, work from home. Okay. And I struggle with, look at me over here being vulnerable. Oh, I love that for you. I struggle with genuinely delegating time to myself and not picking up other people's concerns because I'm an empath. So this message is for the empath peeps. Okay? I'm not going to say the empath girlies because there's my men's out here that are definitely empaths as well. I've noticed that being an empath, and also an omnivert because I those two kind of things, they complement each other and they go together for me. So omnivert, for the ones that don't know, are people who thrive in extroverted scenarios. So I get energy from being around people, but I also thrive in my energy to myself. And I have to constantly keep that good balance between having some fun with people, but also kind of giving myself time all the time. And that's something I teeter-totter all the fucking time through. I'm gonna just be very girl, man, brother. Okay. And struggling with being an omnivert and then also being an empath. When I am around other people and I'm over here filling my cup up, being around folks, right? I noticed that being that empath in that scenario, if I was in a space of isolation where I had literally had to build myself up brick by brick, okay, I'm talking about I crashed out. I'm done. I fucked up my life, meaning rent might be due or she's evicted. Okay, bills is piling the fuck up. Money is not equaling the bills, right? Because also I was self-sabotaging. People would ask me for, I'm just going to give y'all tea. There's times where people will ask me for money. Tanya barely have money in her gas tank. But guess what? Because I'm an empath and because I was in I want to be in my community, omnivert space, right? I'm giving and I'm giving and I'm giving. And I'm not even realizing that introvert in me is like, bitch, you need to sit down. You need to alert. And it sends it in so many ways. It'd be me not feeling like at ease. It'd be me having my shoulders up here. It'd be me letting my motherfucking hair go. It'd be me just like not sticking to my routine because for me, my routine is so important for my mental health. It kind of helps me track my mental health as well. Like it kind of gives me a sense of control because I know I won't have all control over things, but It gives me a sense of control. But I notice when I'm pouring into everybody else, and I'm pouring and I'm pouring, and I'm looking for that validation in myself because I'm thinking my cup's going to be filled after all of the shit I'm doing. And I'm also thinking, you know what? I served my purpose. I did my thing. Babe, I'm just letting you know it's serving your ego more than it's serving anything else. You know, I'm your sis. I'm always tell y'all the truth. The way that you guys are self sabotage, the way that we messages, not I messages, not you messages, the way that we self sabotage a lot of the times because in that empath space, in that omnivert space, you care so much more about how the collective is feeling that you forgot that you're a part of that collective, said collective. So you and how you feel and where your cup is at and your emotional capacity, all that matters too. So when these people are coming to you with these like scenarios and issues, because I'm gonna let y'all know when you got that light, and there's a lot of y'all motherfuckers that we like this. So I know you got that light. I be telling people when I be like, babe, you got a light, you gotta protect it at all cost. A lot of y'all are walking lights, okay, in a very very dark world. And what does darkness do? It's literally consuming. Okay, and what does light do? It casts a motherfucking focus on what needs to be done in the shadow. Okay? And so that's where your light can complement you too. Because yes, you feel like you're doing a lot of shadow work. Because I'm gonna say this, especially when you got a light, it feels like every day you don't get a break from doing the self work, the inner work, the shadow work, whatever. Listen, y'all got so many works out here, bitch. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm collecting a check from all these jobs. Okay? A lot of these are some free labor ass jobs. But I digress. All I'm saying is you guys, you do all this work, right? You're doing all this work. But you are not even reaping the benefits of the work that you're doing because you're too worried about what somebody else got going on. Okay? The reason why these cycles feel like they keep continuing is because you're fixing everything else about yourself. You got yourself on the routine. You are noticing your triggers. You did the inner work, self work, shadow work. You're doing all the works. But think about it. As soon as you do that work, I was listening to a sermon last night. And if you guys are into the word, I ain't gonna force the word, but the word do help. I'm walking testimony, boo. Y'all know how I get down. And next minute, y'all be like, how the fuck is she? Yeah, it's the word. Okay. So when I got into the word, Pastor Flowers, it's a message that he said, who sent you? It was something that he posted yesterday. So I'm guessing it was a Sunday service that he did. But Pastor Flowers did a sermon over who sent you. And for the empaths, for my lights, for my omniverts, you have to realize you are always going to be presented opportunities. The problem is abundance has never been your problem. Okay. It's always something coming. Even if you literally feel like you in a delay, you always know something's coming. Like you'd be like, damn, I got to wait. This is a little bit more stagnant, a little longer than I thought, but I know it's coming. And think about it. As soon as that release, because you're in isolation a lot of times when God's working with you, he literally will put you in isolation to where you cannot even rely on the people around you. The same people that that's my bub. Yeah, that's twin in there. Ain't twin. You'll find out real quick. That ain't twin at all. And when you find out these people don't technically serve a purpose in your life, and God finally shows you that, and you go through your work, right? You finally, now because you're an omnivert, now you're an empath, you love community, you ain't even got to be none of that. You just love a sense of community. You decide to step back into it. And this is when the opportunities of negative opportunities come happen. So I'm gonna say things that are not necessarily great agreements are going to come into play, and opportunities that are completely aligned with the work that you have completely done. You remember I said that sometimes it feels like you're not actually receiving the benefits or you're not getting the fruits of your labor in certain works like shadow work, inner work. The reason why is because every time you do the work and you come back, right? You keep picking the familiar spirits. You keep picking taking the familiar opportunities, which is why once it goes up and it comes down, because everything must fucking come back down, you're sitting with the fact that this feels like a cycle. Catch it. You're sitting with the fact that this shit feels like a cycle, and now you're mad because you're like, damn, what the fuck? Now you're sitting back in your reflection, and instead of reflecting and be like, damn, this happened, like all the gratitude that comes from normally going through some seasons and finally receiving the, the fruits of your labor. Now you're sitting back like, damn, what did I do? And now you're reviewing and replaying, and now you're distracted, and now you're not focused, and now you're not doing what you had already been called to do, nor are you walking in the purpose that you have already started working on and cultivated on your own. Because again, we are creators. Yes, I very much talk about Christ, but I also do believe that we are creators. Okay, so if we are creators, that means that time that you set in isolation, regardless if you believe or not, that it was beneficial to you. You grabbed what you needed from it. Okay, and then as soon as you brighten that fucking light back up, guess what happens? That ex hits you up. For the Mother's Day, because we just had Mother's Day, the baby daddy hits you up. The family hits you up. Your old friends hit you up. And I'm not talking about, like the ones that, y'all locked in, ain't no switching up. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that every time they check on you, they want to know what's going on, but it don't feel like, and I'm one of those, it's a feeling. I don't care what y'all say all the time. I'm telling you now. For everybody else watching, you will not fool a Tanya, because it's how my body feels when you say things. It's how my spirit says something when you were saying something different. Okay, so a lot of times your spirit didn't already reveal to you what this person's agenda was in the prior past, but there's something within you. That's something within you that's saying, I need to go back to this dumbass scenario, even if it's not the same person. Because the funny part is, being the light that you are, it don't matter if you remove yourself from certain people. Guess what? Your journey has a way of bringing people in basically in a whole nother form. You'll basically meet same spirit in another form, is basically what I'm saying. You'll meet same spirit in another form. And it's because you did not grow, or you did not pick up what you were supposed to, because you were too attached to what was going on. I feel like I said enough. I feel like I said a word. I feel like y'all got it. The ones that got it, got it. The ones who didn't, rewatch that motherfucker, because, yeah, I think I made it very simple. I'm about to go up in this Goodwill. They need to go ahead and sponsor me, because they don't really know. I really be out here in this Goodwill streets. All the Goodwills, Kentucky Goodwill. I go anywhere I travel, I find the Goodwill just to see how the Goodwills is sitting. But that's not the point of this message. The point of this message is, babe, prioritize you right now. In this season right now, babe. For the people who are the astrological girlies and men's. Babe, we got retrograde. Y'all understand? Y'all understand that? Look, when I say prayer and all that rebuke, y'all, nobody hear me. But then when I start talking about some of the stars aligning in the damn moon, y'all want to hear me, huh? That was me getting personal. Don't project, Tanya. But for the people who do believe in the stars and the moon, babe, we're in a retrograde. I think it says Scorpio retrograde or something. Okay? Y'all know what you do in retrogrades, and you know what comes back during retrogrades. And guess what? This is one of those things where you sit your ass down. I don't care how many invites you get. I'm going to be your sister enough to tell y'all, this is a word for the next few weeks. I need y'all to, one, prioritize yourself. Every time somebody else is calling on your energy, if it is not aligned, meaning when you sit back and they ask you, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you go here? Hey, can I spend time with you? I need you to sit back and go, does this really align with what I see myself doing in the next 6 months? Does this hurt what I'm going to be doing in the next 6 months? Meaning, when a motherfucker hits you up tomorrow, babe, girl, I don't have no money for lunch. Do you think you? No. Because you plan to go to Puerto Rico by your birthday. This ain't my plan. I will never tell y'all what I got planned. Don't believe me, just watch. But I'm just saying, say you got plans in the next 6 months to go to Puerto Rico for your birthday, and you know, I'm being personal. This person knows who I'm talking to. If you know you got that going, there is no reason for you to be allowing any expense that don't support that mission and that vision to come up out of that. That means that if it takes you away from doing the things that align you to get there, meaning if you know you got to move before you do that, if you know that you want to um, decrease some bills around you, try to figure out ways to cut some bills because we don't need a lot of the shit we got. I'm gonna be very clear. I'm gonna always tell y'all the truth. We don't need a lot of shit that we be prioritizing. We act like it's a need, but then when that shit's taken away, you actually just got more time for yourself, and we don't want to sit with ourselves. Two, in this season, I need you not only to prioritize yourself, I need you to start reflecting as soon as you start to be reactive. As soon as you start to feel like energy that is outside of peace around a person, I need you to take a moment for yourself. Fuck them, fuck the scenario. Take a moment and sit back and really see why you feel the way you do and get to the root of that. Journal that shit down. That way, whenever you see that scenario pop up, whether it's the person or the scenario, for one, you could call out if you need to remove the person, or B, you need to change how you are showing up within the scenario. Two, three, sorry, you're coming out of agreement with a lot of the bullshit that you've been in agreement with, because a lot of that shit does not serve you. And yes, I am still cussing, and yes, he is still working on me, but I'm just telling you, you got to come out with an agreement with a lot of the things that you have been tied to, because it does not serve you. For one, I told y'all on one, mental health, I tell myself no before God tells myself no sometimes, and it's because of the things I've been through in the past. Yes, I'm a confident girly. Yes, I walk with faith and not by sight. But there's some days where I'll be like, God, all right, you remember what happened that time? No, you. It was a long. I thought you ain't heard me. You remember the mistakes I made? So yes, I need you to come out of agreement with that, because for a testimony that I did share on my story, if you do follow me, I did share that there was a season where I knew I needed to move. God has been preparing me to move. He has been putting me in predicaments, meaning fixing my credit, doing the things I needed to do. And when I tried to sell myself short, God told me no quickly. It was that instant no. And instead of me doing what I used to do in old seasons, which is deny myself fully, I went out and I looked for exactly what I told God I wanted. And when I tell you he aligned that thing, he put his thing down, flip it, and reversed it. Okay, he did his big one, but that did not come with not chaos. Not knocking right after. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I got the great news, and when I was in the middle of the transition, y'all don't know how many people was calling on Latanya's energy. And one thing that is my superpower is I will disconnect from everyone and everything if shit ain't clear in my brain, and I will make shit clear before I return. And that's Latanya. That's what I did. So I'm about to clear it completely going into this goodwill. I love you guys, and it's